Today, let's look at the guillotine when you're inside your partner's butterfly guard and they've just locked their hands. This is a good early defense before your partner has entered into something like the high elbow with the elbow up or has gotten their hands all the way through. And the reason that this is important is because it works off of a key principle for finishing the guillotine, a requirement for finishing the guillotine, which is hands high. If you're finishing a guillotine, or in this case, if your partner's finishing a guillotine, and their hands are low, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to get the power and the leverage and the positioning that they need in order to be able to finish. So anything that we can do to keep their hands low is going to be very important for us. So we're working with our partner. Maybe we were starting to pass, our head came down, and our partner banged our head down and brought us into this position here. So as soon as we realize that our partner is entering into the guillotine, we're going to drive our body forward. Now, it's a little counterintuitive because most of the time what we're thinking about is getting out of the guillotine by backing away. And the more you back away, the more space develops under your chin, and there's more room for your partner to lock their hands. So again, this is a little bit counterintuitive, but especially if we're down with something like the body lock pass, we're entering into it and our partner locks their hands. Instead of moving away, we're going to move into the lock. We're going to dip our shoulder into our partner's belly, and we're going to drive our head down to the floor and bring our hips up like this. So understand what's happening from his perspective. His hands are locking initially below the line of the shoulder, and when we drive forward, we keep those hands below the line of the shoulder. So he has a lot of difficulty bringing his hands up. Okay, it's a little bit difficult to see from this angle, but you'll understand. Even if we trade angles, it'll probably still be difficult to see. But that's what's happening. His hands lock initially, and when we drive forward, we're preventing him from raising those hands. So we're working here, our partner locks. We keep our head down, we drive our shoulder forward, and our hands go from being around our partner's waist to being out wide. So this is so we can move into this good tripod position. Our inside hand, the one that's closer to our partner's body on this side, is going to come up a little bit. When we have our two hands in base, we're going to bring our hips up, and you can expect also your partner to start to elevate here. So sometimes they lift you, sometimes you have to be proactive. But however it goes, we're going to get our body up into this position with hands and head on the floor. Then we're going to take our leg on the far side, and we're going to clear it out so that we can pass over both of our partner's legs. Now we're going to drop our weight. Before our partner has a chance to unlock, we're going to place our arm on the inside position next to our partner's ribs. Our top arm comes around the corner and we lock. Your partner's hands are now glued into the guillotine position. When we drop our right shoulder, the effect is very much like a Guillotine. We have a variation of a strangle from the top position where our partner's arms are locked, the carotid is cut off on the near side, and on the far side it's their arms doing the work. So we're low, our partner bangs the head down. You can see here where his hands lock at first. If we allow our partner the space by pulling away to bring their elbow up over the top, you can hear already the change in my voice, the pressure goes on. So as soon as the hands lock, we have to keep them low. One method for doing this is driving the shoulder, opening the hands, covering the elbow, and bringing our head to the floor. As he goes to lift, we simply ride using our head and our legs to balance, our head and our hands to balance. And then instead of trying to just jump across where he can follow, we raise our outside leg and we use our inside leg to clear our partner's knee, so then we can switch our base and lay in the top position. From here, we lock hands, dip the shoulder, move around into the cross side, and we have the finish. So one last time from the reverse angle here. 1, arm high, 2, hands on the floor, 3, tripod up. Leg goes out, we clear, drop. Now from here, we open our arms, lock our hands, dip the shoulder, and oftentimes you'll find a very strong strangle. If your partner unlocks the hands, before you get up there, you're out of the guillotine and you're in the cross side. If not, they're really stuck in place with their hands across the chest. This is a nice defense of the guillotine. Hope you enjoy.